Hello friends, today I'm going to be talking to you about reading your novel for the first time after you've finished it. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be picking up on a little series that dropped off a while back there where I just chat about writing and the editing process. If you hear a cat screaming over there, he's been bad. He's closed in a room with everything he could possibly need and then some, but he's not very happy about it, so don't mind him. Before I get into this, just a reminder that we are in the thick of it when it comes to promoting Pay in my new publishing venture, Stygian Society. Thank you so much to those of you who have supported it so far, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm so glad that you're here. For anyone who has not got the lowdown on Stygian Society and our AuthorTuber collection yet, I'm putting the link up here and everywhere else, so please check it out. Now, without further ado, reading your novel for the first time. So, as a writer, it's easy to get so caught up in the writing process that you forget to read, whether that's your own in-progress work or the work of others. But the reason we write, generally, is to share our stories with others, and as such, it's important that we keep reading as well. Where the reading of the work of others is concerned, I will save that soapbox for another video, because for now, we're talking about reading your own work. So you finished your novel, and you're wondering what step you should take next. Well, now you read it. You are officially in the revision and editing process, which can be both tedious and exciting. The percentages of each depends on your personality type. For me, I teeter on the edge of obsessive excitement, constantly reining myself in so I don't overdo it. For others, they just can't wait to get it done with. Reading your novel for the first time once it's complete is an important and also a revealing part of the revision process. There's more than one way to read a freshly finished novel, and it's going to be up to you which works best for your brain. For me, I use Voice Aloud Reader in a calming British masculine voice, might I add, and I combine it with a printed document of my draft. I generally get those done at Staples, and I just get like a coil-bound thing. It's super useful. So I primarily listen to the app, but I allow my eyes to skim the text as it goes along to pick up on spelling errors. In the past, I chose to launch into this almost immediately after finishing my draft. I think I waited a week with my first completed nano novel. This time around, though, I'm letting it rest for a while. Not because one way is better or worse, but honestly because I'm just too busy to get into it right now, and I'm also going to be picking up on a novel I finished during camp and editing that. While I can't speak for how long you personally should wait before you read your novel, I can recommend that you combine this with a read aloud app and a printed draft. It covers all the bases. But some other options to consider would be reading your novel out loud to a friend or family member, using the text-to-speech app on Word while you read through the digital document, simply reading your printed draft, or simply reading your digital draft. All that being said, it's been proven time and time again that reading out loud in some form is highly beneficial to the editing process. So simply reading your draft, whether it's print or digital, in your mind is going to have lower quality results. If you don't feel comfortable reading aloud or using a speech app to hear your words back to you, well, all I can say is please try getting out of your comfort zone. You might even like it. After all, once you're published, you're going to have to get used to talking about your published works anyhow. Think of your first read-through as a reflex read. During this read, you want to take in the story and detach aspects of your editing brain while retaining the bare minimum. So what do you want to retain? Spelling and grammar is one. This is a great opportunity to catch those kinds of mistakes. You are bound to have errors in your first draft that make you just go, so now's the chance to get rid of them. Plot holes are another thing that you can start looking for. Listening to or reading your draft as a reader rather than a writer will help you pick these out more easily. And that's also one of those things that will be better, I think, if you let the draft rest, because you're going to be more detached from it. You're going to feel less like the writer and more like the reader. A third one is things you hate. I wrote my draft for A Time When Demons during NaNoWriMo, so it was very much a speed draft. Looking back, there were lines that I just loathed. So those can get crossed out at this phase. As you go along, though, don't stop your read to make lengthy notes. Take simple actions such as crossing lines or words out, highlighting spelling and grammar errors, and circling larger portions that are unnecessary or problematic. If you want to go one step further, like the most I would say to do here is get some post-it notes, and you can use those to mark things up, but really don't go much further than that in your first read. Reading your novel for the first time after completing it is arguably one of the best parts of the editing process. You are sitting back on that accomplishment high, and at last you can just read and enjoy. Hopefully. I mean, there's still going to be tons of it that you hate. That's just the nature of being a writer. But as much as you are enjoying or loathing this process, it is important in setting yourself up for the rest of the editing process. So keep that in mind. Make those broad decisions, and you'll have a clear roadmap for that first dig deeper. And that's my tips for today. I know this topic isn't one you can really dictate since it's personal for everyone, but I hope that my advice based on experience and the experience of others does help someone somewhat. Again, if you haven't checked out everything about Stygian Society, please do. It is really important to me. If you haven't joined Discord yet, we are running sprints on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, so come and participate. They're pretty fun and helpful. I will be back with another creative conversation next Saturday. By the way, did you like the first one? I really hope so. I think that these are going to be a great space for collaboration and communication, so I'd really like to keep them going. If you have any ideas for future topics or future guests, please drop those notes in the comments down below. And of course, I will also be back with another video next Sunday. Until then, please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell button so you actually get notified when I post new videos. And last but not least, I hope that you are having a day that is just as wonderful as you are. Bye.